Shalom, family. Glory be to God. Blessed be the Lamb. Good morning. Missed you. I hope you missed me as much as I missed you. There are reasons why I don't do as many videos during the school year as I would do in the summer. The children, primarily, they're being educated between 8 o'clock and 4. Okay, so that it gives me 6 hours to get audio out in the midst of me doing other things. I say 6 hours because that would be the normal time from Sunday through Thursday night that the children go to bed, or they should have their asses in the bed if they go into school the next morning. So I try to be respectful. Secondly, there are legalities. Thirdly, there are the developments. There's reasons why I'm quiet. And I know that my silence to those who love me can be deafening. But I can assure you it's nothing more than that. And these things will soon flesh themselves out. The summer is upon us. I think the children will get out on June 4th, and we shall be going full blast. We'll get back to 3 audios a day, 2 audios a day during the summer months. If you looked backwards and you check the postings and the dates, you will see that during summer months are much more prolific. However, we must respect the young people. In fact, it is the only thing in this country that's worth respecting anymore, are the young. Completely, there's nothing else here worth respecting or fighting for at all. Just them. Okay? Now let's move on. It's amazing to me. It is amazing. The way that different groups talk opposed to how other groups talk, and then they demand that they be respected. But when they open their mouths about other races, it becomes apparent how they feel about us. I just heard a white man say, well, a reporter, but he was white, say that the Palestinians are a threat because they have more children than the Israelis. So we must kill I'm adding this part. So we must kill their children. We must kill their women. Imagine this. And feeling comfortable enough in 2026 to say it out loud that demographically, someone else having more children is a threat worthy of war upon that people and their children and the women. Remember, he said this. Now let's go back 400 years. Their grandpappies were saying the same thing about us. The exact same things. Okay? The exact same vile, monotonous, ugly, racist things, as if they are something that we are not. They have confused power and a privilege with authority, which is given to them by no one. They have power given to them by Bibles and guns. By Bibles and guns. Okay? Bibles and guns. They've been doing it for 400 years, and they're still doing it in 2026. But back to what I was saying about the man seeing another race as dangerous because they have more children than they have, and willing to kill you for it. And these same people want you to respect them, and they drive around Houston and other cities every day of the week, running their motherfucking mouths. Running their mouths. Not to me, because they know better. They know I know. I know that nothing's going to change as long as they are in any kind of power or on this planet. Okay? You are dealing with a people who have gave the world absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And now they find themselves awash in greenbacks. A system that's built on nothing. Nothing. Okay? A system where the average IQ is 125. Don't-de-do, don't-de-do, don't-de-do. But it's okay. It's okay because they're ready to be dead. Let me say this again. If they weren't here, you already be dead. So look at the child next to you. They are your umbrella. They are your umbrella. They have not put forth the proper amount of wickedness yet, sin yet, lies yet, manipulation and schemes and plots. But they will under your stewardship. They will under your tutelage. Guaranteed. Okay? With your godless ass. Anyway, separatism. That makes sure you know you are black. And that makes sure you know your rights, which are none. And make sure you know that you are a secondary citizen at every turn. Attacked incessantly for 400 years by any and all means necessary. Families destabilized, brainwashing of the man and the woman, and to the point that she thinks that she's the man and he's the lesser. All of this happened at your hands. At your hands. And by the way, that's damn good work. Imagine being able to. They said that was just something south of the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, they call you the racist now because you want to separate. Yeah, there's something wrong with you. You are the racist. You see, they don't want to listen. Anyway, let's move forward. Separatism. Now we've graduated to black separatists, a moniker created by the Southern Poverty Law Center, this bastion of Jewish righteousness that's also been indicted on fraud charges for untoward support of racial hate groups. Go figure. This bastion of Jewish righteousness was just caught and charged with fraud and racism. Ain't that something? And this is the very group that calls us separatists. Separatists, I like that. Separatists. So let's have a look at what this word separatist means. Separatism is the advocacy of cultural, ethnic, religious, or political separation from a larger group aiming for autonomy or an independent state. Causes include ethnic tension, economic disparity, political oppression. Arguments often center on self-determination, while opponents cite economic instability, minority rights concerned, and weakened state security. Now, how can someone wanting to get the hell away from you, cause all of that? Cause all of that. And I haven't even got to HB 140 or 240 or HB 40 that's been sitting there since 1989. For those of you who are familiar with HB 140, it's it would be the bill authorizing a study as far as reparations since 1989. Okay, so you couldn't even get it past the bill stage since 1989. And why? The people around you, black politicians and others, make sure that they don't. It never gets past the floor. Call it like it is. Why? A bunch of non-blacks have the ability to speak on black life are extremely fucked up. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around you. I most certainly don't want you having the ability to make any decisions on any of our life. We've seen what the outcome is. We've seen what the outcome is. Anyway, causes of separation. Cultural preservation. Let's take that one first. Okay? Our women have been sucked up so bad into the society, the white supremacist environment, that they spend billions of dollars a year on constant threat from the dominant race or races here, which all happen to think they're white. If they can get, well, white adjacent, then they act white towards blacks. Okay? This is the truth. Act like it. Act like it. Economic inequality. Well, that's always been, ain't it? That's always been. Who wouldn't want to separate from someone who has it in their heart? We're gonna keep them poor. We gonna keep them refrigerated. Political oppression. Well, that much is obvious. HB 140 been sitting there since 1989. You know how many new Congresses have been introduced in 1989? And you can't even get so much as a hate crimes bill. Yet the Southern Poverty Law Center says this is a dangerous manifestation. We don't want to be nowhere around you. You're liars. We're not. You are killers 24/7. 24/7. And you don't even have to be around them. You should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of yourself. They'll operate in defense of you, and you don't even have to be there. Now, that's some kind of brainwashing, looking like another man's daughter. Now, ain't it? Ain't it? As she masquerades like another man's daughter. But really, she your daughter. She your daughter. Now, ain't she? Okay, then. Don't blow no horns or nothing, because I'll prove it. I will prove it now. And you won't like it. You won't like it at all. They won't like it. Nobody's going to like it. It can trigger violence, economic chaos, decrease political clout, and make new minorities within the new state. Works for me. What is the problem? What is the problem? Why would it trigger violence? Why would it trigger violence? That a bunch of people who the rest of the society treats like dirt, walks over, steals from them, kill them, treat them like separate. You're already separatists. Treat you like you are a secondary citizen or third or fourth. How would the fact that you want to get away from them cause violence? Why? Huh? Because they know what they're going to lose if you separate. But they don't want to value you like that. They want it for free. Okay? They want your cultural aspirations or your cultural ideals, or your inventions, how you write stories, how you pray, how you move. They want all of that. They want that. They just don't want to value it for it, because they still think of you as in some kind of patriarchal slave-based system. Okay? And they've raised generation of children to not see the obvious. But it's these very generations that's finna bring their asses to straight up war. Straight war. If you think that we're gonna sit here with your violent ass, racist ass, with your racist residents as they have their way with us, no, I'm finna have my way with you and them and them. Period. I'm not gonna give a fuck if they black, white, blue, plaid, Asian. You already know me. I don't care. You care about such things. You value yourself along such lines, as if either one of you had made some choice as to, I'm going to be born white. I'll be born Mexican. And I'll just be born that Indian and Asian guy. And me, I'll just be born that nigger. They seem to have have a dearth of Negroes down there. Imagine this. And based on some shit that they didn't even choose, they have separated. That's the word I'm looking for. Bifurcated. God damn it, it fails me. But anyway, of course it's dangerous. But I'm trying to understand, why would it become violent? Why? Because it's at their hands. At their hands. Okay? Seemingly, I'm going to keep you here with me so that we can exploit and kill you and rape you and come up off of you. And if you try to change this and leave, I will become violent. Well, sir, I believe in numbers. 7.72s, 52 in military numbers, 223s, 556s, 772s, and that type of thing. That always seems to solve the problem. I have never seen any problem that Smith & Wesson did not instantly solve. Once you introduce Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson, the whole thing changes. In fact, I've never seen Mr. Smith or Mr. Wesson lose a case yet. They've never lost a case. When they show up and they start talking, everything changes. Everything changes immediately. All of them understand Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson. All of them do. Except you, sir. Except you. Anyway, conflict often leads to localized violence or increased tension with the centralized government. And there's a potential for a disruption of trade and investment and market. Now that I like and I understand, because they've been getting billions of dollars in trades, shares, and transactions by being not the racist, by treating everybody equally. They got the whole world thinking that they got happy Negroes here. They do have the happy Negroes here, except they not Negro. They masquerade. Okay? So they have made a lot of money with this lie. Secondly, you trade in us like stock. Okay? You make more money off of black people in this country than any other race, including yourself, in this country. That's a fact. They've even managed to, what's the word I'm looking for? You are a commodity, Negro, a commodity. Like on the stock market, they make bucos of money off you simply having the temerity to be born black and male in this country. So if you believe that this is going to stand, like we're going to do this for another 30 years, they just have to, like some of us, y'all just have to understand. No, we don't have to understand anything. A grown-ass man ain't never had to understand not a damn thing. You understand him or you get the fuck on. Not the opposite. Not the opposite. Let me say this again for those in the back. A grown man don't have to understand a damn thing. Okay? At all. Civility is the reason that you do. Civility, the need to fit, the need not to rock the boat. Well, the boat is already rocked and you don't fit. You have no way out of being black. The rest of them do. The rest of them have a way out of being black. Okay? But we won't talk about that this morning. And they've been counted as other than black, even while they black. But again, we won't talk about that this morning. So, gentlemen, we went from black identity extremists into separatists by a reliable source, mind you. A vetted source, a trusted source. The fact that they've been found, I mean, the fact that they are investigated and indicted, notwithstanding this bastion of Jewish righteousness, the Southern Poverty Law Center. Credence. Man, shit like this fills me with the urge to defecate. You full of shit. You full of shit. So here's a Southern Poverty Law Center, okay, who's done nothing but anti-black hate. Okay? They are out to destroy this country any way they can. Okay? And you got Mr. Dude over here act like he don't see it. He doesn't see it. He acts like he doesn't see it. He sees it. He sees it. But here's the problem. People who hate you don't want you to leave. Some people who hate you will fight you if you try to leave us. Wow. So be it. So be it. Because we're going to get the hell away from you. And guess what? You can keep my daughters. Damn. That hurt, didn't it? That hurt. 2/3 of them are yours. Completely yours. I feel like you need to act like it, and they need to act like it. Y'all should just come clean. Just come clean. It'll be better for you both. It would be better. And they follow them. Why? Because they have determined that you're going to be with us. We're going to rule over you. I don't want to be ruled by you. Fuck you, king, and fuck your staff. And the bailiff. And the town jester? Screw him too. He can make your ass laugh. We don't want to be around you. We don't like you. Can't trust you. You're toxic and quite threatening and murderous and with a genocidal history. And we should willfully stay our asses around you to become further victims of you. Well, you can convince them that that's a good thing, and then through them, you can have babies and birth more like-minded slaves. How about that? They can birth more like-minded slaves. How about that? Okay? It brings violence. Good. Good. There is no reason for a living slave. There should be no such thing as a living slave. Only dead slaves. Only dead slaves. In 2026, I'm going to say it again, there should be no living slaves. Yet we got slaves running their ass around us, and they economically, market share, and trades, and we hate you like you hate us. You act like you hate us. You act like it. They act like it. You act like it, and that's the end of it. But if this push for self-determination, separatism leads to violence, then so be it. I'd rather be dead than be a slave. I'd rather be dead than be disrespected. I'd rather be dead than live as a second-class citizen, and I'd rather be dead than to bow my head to anything but God. That people who try to get away from the dominant governments or the dominant race end up having to fight them. Ain't that something? Even when they want to just go in the woods and be left alone. No, we have to have you here. We have to rule over you. We have government officials and rules. You can't, well, there's going to be violence. There's going to be violence. Nobody, calm down, Mr. Barnes. Nobody indigenous would ever want to be around you or your hybrids. Nobody indigenous wants to deal with you or your hybrids, either psychologically hybrid, emotionally hybrid, or physically hybrid, due to historical rapes. And they think they as a race raped into existence. Racists raped into existence. But that's neither here or there. They like it. They really do. They like it. I keep telling you, only in America is the half breed got no value than the full-blooded. Only in America. Only in America. I'm telling you that now. Only the half-breed has more value than the full-blooded of that thing in their head. Okay? This is played out every day, all day in this country. And what are you trying to protect? Them? They don't need... I mean, what are you trying to protect? We're already there. We're already there. They hate us. We hate them. They operate against us, and we out to stop them. What are you trying to stop here? What are you trying to protect? It's too late. Decisions. Sit your nasty ass down, and you take them hoes with you. That's where we're at this morning. We not playing. We're not playing. By no stretch. Ain't but one way out. Death. Yours or mine. It's starting to become increasingly clear. Increasingly clear. Yours or mine. But you should know, I got experience dying. You don't. Do you have any experience dying? Because I do. I know how to do it right. I know how to die right. You, not so much. Not so much. But we are getting into the fluff now. We're getting into the ones who you helping to steal. We're going to greet them with bullets too. How about that? How about that? Okay? How about that? So you need to talk to all of the players, sir. You need to talk to all of the players and come to conclusions here. Number one, there's going to be violence. Okay? There's going to be violence. If you keep going the way you're going, it will be initiated violence. We not going to wait on you to fire the first shot or knock the chip off our shoulder. We're not going to wait on that. I'm telling you this, and let's deal with the issue at hand. What is the issue? We can't live with you no more. We can't live with anything you've talked to, touched, looked. They all been compromised. They've all been compromised. Oh, okay? You're talking to the black man now. We have no mother. We have no sister. We have no brother. We got no uncle. We got no daddy. Guess what? You made sure we had none of those things. Not none of them. How'd you do it? Pray tell. Or do you want me to tell the people how you did it? Or do you want me to tell them how you pulled it off? Okay? And that's okay. But just like you have accepted that premise, you shall also accept this premise. We're not going to be around you. We're getting away from you. You are a killer, a liar, a thief, and you will do anything to harm black men. And you've been doing it by any and all means necessary for the better part of 325 years. Okay? We don't expect it to end. But here's what's changed. Here's what's changed. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Who would? That is extreme pimpology. Okay? That's pimping 101. Pimping 101. Anyway, I digress. I've said these things all once before, and it makes it sound so mundane. But it's not mundane because you're not getting it because your skull is too thick and the devil is not. Then you hear the words out of my mouth. He knows what it is. He knows. He knows. Okay? And he knows why. Listen, on a very physical level, we're done. We are done. You may as well start to treat us like separatists now. You may as well, because that's what we're starting to act like anyway. We don't want to be with you. We don't want to engage with anything that you have so much as looked at. They are compromised, whether they black, blue, Hispanic, or plaid, or paisley. We don't want them around us either. Why? Because they love you, and anything that loves you cannot possibly love us. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1.